Iowa/Minnesota.
Okay. Then where does...
I'm on the East Coast.
Okay. Pennsylvania. Where at in Pennsylvania?
Harrisburg area. I'm like an hour from Philly.
Okay.
Yeah. It's got its problems, Philadelphia.
Is it kind of, was it industrial? Like...
Nah, it's not terrible. I mean, there's some parts that are industrial, but I'm like, if I stand on the roof of my house, I can actually see the Capitol building. Harrisburg's the capital of PA. I'm super close. So it's a lot of like private consulting firms and lawyers' offices and stuff like that. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're good. Hey, it's Perry Comics. What up, dude? So if you just want to take a second, introduce yourself, talk about any social media, where we can find you, stuff like that. Floor is yours.
So my name is Caroline, Lady Fantastic. You can find me on YouTube at Lady Fantastic. I'm on Instagram, but it is Caro Syrup, CARO_SYRUP84. So, yep. And, I'm having a contest for the Road to 300 subs. I'm giving away 50 books. And Shortbox Padawan and myself are also having an auction on October 26th, a spooktacular Halloween event, yada, yada.
That's awesome. Everyone likes spooktacular events. So on your channel, I see you do a lot of like unboxings and hauls and stuff like that. So how did you start doing that?
Well, I didn't know that there was a community of individuals that existed that did this on YouTube. And I stumbled upon said community and saw these videos and watched them for a long time, probably, for the better part of a year and a half. And finally, I just came to realize, like, all right, YouTube's like the great democratization of the internet. So anybody could do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to friggin' do it. Like, why couldn't I? What's the worst that's going to happen? I suck at it? Okay, great. Whatever.
Yeah, right. Then move on.
Yeah.
It's just like any other form of social media.
Yeah.
But
and
a lot more interactive.
But yeah, I've had a really good time and been really impressed with the community. So.
Well, that's good. How long would you say you've been collecting? Seriously collecting.
Seriously collecting. It's like an off and on story. As a child, I wouldn't say that I seriously collected, but from age, 8 to probably 12, 13, I amassed maybe 100 books, 150 books or so, but it was all like X-Men specific, right? And then I hit, puberty, and it's not, and the X-Men books kind of started to suck. I mean, let's be fair. And so I just got out of it. And then in college, I started really getting back into the Marvel comic card collecting because, 1995 Marvel Masterpieces and 1996 Marvel Masterpieces are like the golden, like, grail standard of Marvel comic cards. And I was trying to find that stuff, and I got back into that in college. And then we had the advent of Iron Man and this, the birth of the MCU, and it's like, oh my God. And so that's kind of, it started blossoming. And the last 3 or 4 years, it's been intense.
That's good. I've been collecting my, most of my adult life too, but there's some times where I've had to stop and come back, but that's good.
I've always owned comics. I've always at least had some, but I mean, it's been down to like, say 20, like it's been thin. And I'm still kicking myself in the head for getting rid of X-Men 101, but that's another story.
Oh man. Yeah, that would sting. For sure, that would sting.
Yeah, it does a lot.
How many total books do you have?
Right now,
best estimate.
I probably have about 2,400.
2,400. That's a pretty decent collection.
I'd
Is there
like to
like
get, yeah.
is there like a local shop, or do you go to like
Um, there's
eBay selling, or
all of the above.
all
So,
the above?
mhm. Yeah, and also sometimes the Craigslist marketplace or the not Craigs, Facebook marketplace.
Yeah,
Sometimes you'll find interesting things there. But yeah, there's this big multimedia store, and like their deal is they profit because of the huge volume they push,
sure.
and like they have really great books and they price them for super cheap, and I love like perusing through there. But today actually my LCS had like a 25 cent sidewalk sale where they
Cool.
had a bunch of long boxes and quarter comics.
What's up, short box Padawan? How you doing, bro?
Shorty.
That's too funny. I like that feature. That's really cool. What are some of the coolest keys in your collection?
All right. So I picked out some that I thought that were cool. Or the ones that I like. So I have Black Panther 1.
That's awesome.
Crap. I'm not good at this angling stuff, but
That's
you guys
all
can
right.
do it. Yeah.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah, thank you. I'm a big Jack Kirby fan. And this is Jungle Action #5. This is where
Very
Black
cool.
first appears in the title. Yeah. And I have sorry, Hulk 250. It's just
Awesome. That's a cool cover, though. That's a really awesome cover.
I love it so much. And I only got into the DC stuff recently, and so my knowledge is not super broad, but I picked out a couple of older Batmans, and this Batman cover is just an absolute favorite of mine, and it's Batman
Awesome.
283. Yeah,
That's a good one.
I love it. And this I got as a trade from Night Tiger, and it's a Spider-Man versus Wolverine. Yeah.
Very cool. That's a good storyline too, if I remember correctly.
It's super fun. And then this one, just because it's so campy, the Captain America drugs.
Yeah, the drugs. Yeah, that's a.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of Justice League.
Yeah, yeah. And then Unruly Simeon gave me this as my very first AOK, and it's X-Men 14, the first appearance of the Sentinels. And
that's a cool one. That's a really cool one.
Oh heck yeah! X-Men's like my favorite run, so it was really really kind gesture.
For sure. Yeah, something cool like that big of a key. That's awesome.
Yeah, I almost fainted.
Do you go to any conventions at all?
I've never been to a convention ever.
Never been to a collection.
I want to. I've never been to one.
I think Nashville has a big one. I'm not sure how far you
They've
are.
They've got one in 2020, May 2020, and so I'm looking at that, and I do want to go to it because they've already announced there's a few people that are coming, and Bob McLeod's one of them.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
very cool.
Heck yeah.
One of the ones that I like to go to in my area is actually Baltimore. The ones in Philadelphia, in my opinion, kind of suck.
Really?
You would think that, being so close to the East Coast and New York, and I'm like 2.5 hours from New York City, an hour from Philly, but the conventions towards Philadelphia and New York area, not New York Comic-Con per se, but the ones in the state of Pennsylvania kind of suck, so I usually end up going to Baltimore. Pittsburgh sucks. Philadelphia sucks. Baltimore, and I'm only like an hour from Baltimore, so it's not that big a deal. But
yeah, did you like take a train or something?
Nope, just only an hour drive. I just drive an hour. But yeah, if I'm going to like Philadelphia or New York, yeah, I'm taking the train. Not paying $7 an hour to park my car.
Jesus.
Yeah, no thanks. It doesn't add up.
So, like, how large is the Baltimore Comic-Con?
It's huge. It's huge. There's a lot of things that
huge.
I don't even know how many people go, but it is absolutely jam packed every time I go there. And they have like top tier. They have people come like Jim Lee, and Brian Azzarello comes, and last year we had Linda Carter, the original Wonder Woman from the 70s, come.
Oh my God.
And we've had pretty much all the Avengers come. We've had nobody from DC, which is weird. We've had the Game of Thrones cast there. We've had the Walking Dead cast there.
Wow.
If you're into, celebrities, I mean, that's a good place to go. But one of the many things I like about it is they don't skip on comic book talent either. They pull out the red carpet for everybody. Your top tier guys, even, down to pencilers, like those guys will come too, which is pretty cool.
That's cool though.
Yeah. I hate going to conventions where it's like, oh, look at all these cool celebrities. Oh yeah, the comics are over there. Yeah, I was like, this is a Comic-Con. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
How do you store your books? You have like long boxes, a big file cabinet, stuff like that?
Yeah. So I have like this industrial like office table that's like plastic, but it can handle like 1,000 pounds. I got it off of Amazon.
Nice.
And I can fit exactly 7 long boxes on there. And so I have them on there, but I also have in my closet like a bunch of little short boxes. So if I want to like leave or move or something, I can make them more manageable, because we all know that moving long boxes is a massive pain in the butt.
Yeah, definitely not something I look forward to doing, which is glad I don't have too many long boxes. But if I ever have to sell my house, my giant fireproof file cabinet will probably have to be empty before I move it.
Yeah. I like my setup now, but that's because I don't have to move it.
Yeah. Do you have any books on display at all? Like,
I don't at the moment. I have like art, but
art's still cool.
Well, yeah, I need to, but I don't have like, no, I have like a bookcase thing where I have some nerdy stuff. So
nerdy stuff is good.
Yeah. I have like a 24-inch Link from Zelda.
Shortback's Padawan says she said I was in her closet.
What?
That's too funny. Autographs. Do you have any cool autographs?
Yeah.
Perfect.
So I actually won this one in like a random drawing or whatever. But this is Avengers versus X-Men #1, awesome. Consequences. And it's a Tom Rainey.
Oh, Tom Rainey signature. Okay.
Yeah, Tom Rainey right under the verses.
He's a good guy.
That's cool. Have you? I've never met him.
Met him a couple. He's come to a couple conventions in my area.
That's awesome.
Really nice guy.
This is a second print variant of Avengers versus X-Men 0, and Jason Aaron signed it.
Okay. Haven't had the pleasure to meet him, but that's still cool.
Yeah. And this is a Greg Pak Weapon H.
Awesome.
Yeah. This is
Greg Pak is cool.
Yeah, yeah. But it's a Midtown or whatever.
That's still cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I have a Guardians of the Galaxy by Donny Cates.
Awesome.
Yeah. And it's a Midtown as well.
I haven't got anything from Midtown. I'll have to check them out.
I've got them secondhand, like off of people but I've gotten them for cheap, like good deals.
Yeah.
Like less than $10.
That's still cool.
Yeah. And then I have this What If Rick Jones Became the Hulk, signed by Roy Thomas. Yeah.
Very cool. Right across the Hulk there.
Yeah, and then I have a Werewolf by Night #9, signed by Roy Thomas and Jerry Conway.
Jerry Conway's cool. He's a cool dude.
Yeah. So I thought that's awesome. That's it.
Those are all you went through all your autographs.
Those are all my autographs.
That's okay. That's okay. I remember I had none for like 10 years. I didn't have a single one.
Well, see, here's the difference between you and I. You have a lot of autographs on comics.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what I can show you is that I have a ton of autographs on the cards.
Wow. See, that's unique. That's really cool. And like, are those signed by the people who drew the art?
Yes. Like, look at that.
That's pretty awesome. Are those like Marvel trading cards or something?
Yeah. This is from Marvel Retro 2015. And then hold on, I've got more. Let's see. Yeah.
Very cool. See, yeah, that's very unique.
And then this is original art.
Okay, yeah.
And then check that out.
Nice Mystique there.
Hold on.
That's okay. Yeah, I see it. That's cool.
I'm so done with the angles. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
Anyways, yeah. So that's where I had the signatures.
That's still really cool. I don't think I've ever seen that before. So that's a first for me. That's cool. Did you buy them like that or?
So I bought a box,
Okay.
a sealed box, and you're insured X amount of signatures per box or whatever, but you don't know which ones.
Right.
And then some of them I actively sought out because I liked the artist or the art.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I know we talked about grading for like a second before the show started, but Bracket Media, which is the same company as CBCS, they not only will grade and slab comics, they'll grade and slab your cards too.
Dang.
So if you want to protect them, and they're really small too, so a card will fit there just time. So that's really cool. That's cool. So you can get your cards slabbed too and protected, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, those for me, like if I were to do any of the cards, it would be the artwork ones.
Yeah. Something that way if something happens, they're protected and sealed. So.
Yeah, the artwork, the SIGs maybe, but
yeah, the artwork and the signatures for sure. Yeah, especially those two.
Those are the only ones that I'd probably be inclined to get like slabbed or whatever.
Yeah, that's really cool. I've never seen that. Never seen those before.
Dude, get with the program.
I know. I don't collect a whole lot of things that aren't comics, or even things that are comic related. I don't have a whole lot of that, but that's really cool to see someone go out there and get cool stuff. I mean, the only things I guess I have that I have collected, but remember the show Arrow? I've got
that's cool.
Katrina Law to sign this, and this is a replica police badge. So that she played Nessa Al Ghul.
That's neat, though. That's really neat.
Yeah. Last one I have. Oh, guess it's back there somewhere, but it's a same thing. It's a Central City from the Flash TV show.
Mm-hmm.
I got that signed by the lady who played Barry's mom, Nora Allen. I can't remember the actress's name, but that's who signed it. So yeah, I guess those are the only two things I have that are comic related that I guess I have that are cool. But
yeah, I have a massive comic collection, or comic card collection.
That's really cool. I have a replica Infinity Gauntlet that I'm going to get autographed this month by the people who wrote and draw the original Infinity Gauntlet storyline, which I think is going to be pretty awesome. I have two of them. I'm going to get one for myself. I'm either going to sell the other one or I'm going to give it away on YouTube. I haven't decided.
What's the name of the guy, the little elf that forges it, or the dwarf that forges it?
Oh, yeah. You played by Peter Dinklage. I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sure
he's not going to sign it?
No, he's not going to sign it. I wish. So I'm going to throw a guess out here that you have mostly Marvel comics.
You'd be correct.
Okay. Is there a particular reason, or you just grew up with Marvel?
Grew up with Marvel, and I grew up with Marvel. I identified with those stories, and when I was growing up, during that time, as a child, DC was gritty, 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 gritty.
Yeah, it was pretty dark.
And so for me, it was difficult to identify with the street savvy tough guys like Batman or, Punisher or Daredevil. It like I couldn't identify, you know what I mean? Like, what would a little girl know about that? But now things in terms of like X-Men and mutants and the sort of the sci-fi components, and then like the cosmic stuff, that really blew my mind, because of the promise and like, could this really be, could this happen? And so that's where I really got fascinated. And so that was more of her Kirby world. Not that Kirby didn't have that in, the DC world, but it was more well-known and established, I think, in Marvel.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. I don't have a whole lot of Marvel in my collection, but
we're like yin and yang, bro.
Yeah, right. The opposites, they sometimes you got to talk about all kinds of things. But yeah, there's some people that I've talked to, like they only have like Dark Horse. I only will buy Boom Studios or something like that.
They're like purists.
Yeah, like I wouldn't say that I'm a purist. I have 99% DC Comics. I have just a pinch of Marvel.
Just a pinch.
Just a pinch. I don't have any Marvel that's graded or even autographed, but yeah, the only Marvel I'll buy is if they're doing a cool crossover, or if it's a cool character that I really like and the cover's really cool. But
do you have the Teen Titans X-Men crossover?
I have all the DC and Marvel crossovers. Yeah, I have all those. I even have. Well, now that I think about it, maybe I do have somewhere hiding. Oh yeah, I have a Green Lantern Silver Surfer crossover, autographed and graded. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool combination.
Yeah. What's the oldest DC comic that you have?
I actually, I'll grab it here because this is pretty unique and different. It's over here on the wall, but it's a Captain Marvel. It's called the Mighty Midget Comics.
Yeah.
This is from 1940 or 1939 or something like that. I want to say 40 or 41. Not 100% sure, but I know it's from beginning of World War II because there's on the back. Can't really see it because I made my own little slab and board here. But on the back, there's a buy U.S. war bonds stamp on it. So encouraging people to buy war bonds in Second World War. But yeah, this is pretty cool. I got this from, I think I was helping an old lady cut her grass. She just gave it to me.
That's amazing.
But yeah, as soon as she's like, "Do you want this comic?" I was like, "Yep, give me that. Thank you."
I'll take it.
So yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, I've got I have one or two gems like that where I just get lucky sometimes, but yeah, that's the oldest. What about you? What's your oldest?
Probably 1964.
Okay.
Gold Key Phantom. Yeah, not super old, but
that's still what does that make it? Silver? That's still
yep, that's still silver.
Silver, yeah.
Yeah, it goes up to 68 or 69.
Yeah. Silver Age is still good.
Hell yeah.
I'll still collect Silver Age, no problem.
Well, yeah, but the majority of mine, like older comics, I guess, would be early Bronze.
Okay.
It's
I've got a sprinkle of some Bronze Age. So I know you're mostly a Marvel person, but I got to ask. So what can DC do to fix their movie verse?
They don't even have plots. Like, well, okay, hold on. I saw Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman was good.
It was very good. What could DC do to fix their universe? So you understand that you're asking a Marvel person who knows very little. But this is what I would say, that there are some very strong films that I really liked. And then there's no middle.
Sure.
It's really good or it's shit. I kind of feel that way.
Yeah.
But
I mean, there's some ones out there that I feel like get a bad rap. Like I enjoyed Suicide Squad. I thought it was pretty good.
Never saw it. But see, the thing is Jared Leto, I can't look at him and take him seriously. And that I'm
Joker.
I'm a jerk. Like that's my problem.
There's a chance he might be coming back to play the Joker, from what I've heard. But they don't call it a sequel for the Suicide Squad, but they're bringing back a lot of the original cast, so it's almost like it has to be a sequel. I don't know.
And see, like, I know next to nothing about the Suicide Squad. Like, you
can't remember what the Marvel translates to Suicide Squad. I forget. Maybe it's Guardians of the Galaxy. But nah, okay, I have no idea. See, I don't know Marvel, and I'm going to embarrass myself if I try to get into it. So what would be the comic book in your collection that has the most sentimental value?
God Loves, Man Kills.
God, that's cool.
Chris Claremont.
That is really cool.
Muty. Oh.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. I figured that might help you out. That's really cool.
Yeah.
And what's the story behind that one?
Well, basically, there's this like pastor, and I think it's like Stryker or something like that. But he essentially creates this movement that is very anti-mutant, saying like they're not of the Lord, they're not natural children of God, and makes like this very divisive like social tension. And so these mutants are outcasts and treated as if they were like abominations of God. And it shows that the facade of good can be used as a force for persecution, and that I don't know, like it's a story of the outcasts being able to overcome, but it also shows like how misdirected like good things are or can be.
And why is it your most sentimental book?
I love Chris Claremont.
Yeah,
and
okay.
I think this is probably one of the best stories in the Marvel canon.
So of all the Marvel books, you think that's number
this
one
is a story.
In your opinion?
This
is
a story. One story. This is one of the strongest stories I would say in the Marvel universe, and people are totally okay to disagree with me.
Sure.
But there's very like allegorical referencing in this, and like mirrors like Charles kind of being a Jesus type character. I don't know. It's just really good. I liked it.
Hey, as long as you enjoy it, that's all that really matters. That's cool. So, who would you say your top favorite characters are in Marvel?
I really like Jean Grey, but also but I'm probably the least like. Well, I just like her a lot. I like Kitty Pryde. I like Wolverine's personality because he's kind of a jerk and he's grumpy. But Silver Surfer is a huge favorite of mine. Galactus. So some of these bigger, more like cosmic characters are also really fun because they're just kind of jerks and aloof, and actually Watchers are pretty cool. So I don't know, there's a lot of different characters that I have a fondness for.
Sure. That's cool. That's cool. So what about DC? Do you have any favorite DC characters? I know you're mostly Marvel, but is there one
Swamp
that
Thing.
appeals to you more?
I like the Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing, yeah, he's really cool. He's really cool.
Yeah. So some of the Frank Miller Batman's really cool.
Okay.
Yeah. And was Watchmen under Vertigo?
Yeah, it was.
So and
well, it's still owned by DC, but
yeah, do you consider that like DC?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I really, really liked The Watchmen.
Watchmen is very nice. I like the movie. I like the story. I'm excited for the series to see where that's going to go. That's really cool. Looking forward to the series for sure.
I thought the setting was fascinating. That it was like in this dystopian. Nixon and Thatcher were still like in power in the 80s, and it was just crazy. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. And I always thought it was cool to see how each of the characters struggled after their relevance had seemed to pass. And some went, I don't know. It was just interesting.
Yeah. Are you going to see the Joker movie at all?
I'd like to. I've heard good things about it.
With Joaquin Phoenix, yeah. Apparently he gives a very, very good performance.
Yeah, I heard it's very intense. And so, yes, I would. Yeah, I'm down to see that.
Like, yeah, that came out yesterday, I think. Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah. No, it's hard for me to, like, look at Jared Leto and, like, with that grill and kind of be weird. And then look at someone like Joaquin Phoenix, and it's just like sometimes I feel like it's not even a competition. Like I will give one my money readily, and then the other, it's like, ugh.
I like them both. I like them both. Jared Leto, Joaquin Phoenix. You know, very cool. Did you see the trailer for the Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey movie?
I haven't seen the trailer for that.
Yeah, that's out on YouTube. I don't know. For me, it's going to be an I don't know kind of thing, but. Yeah, I like the Birds of Prey. I think there's a lot of emphasis on Harley Quinn. I get it. You know, they got to really sell this movie, and Harley Quinn is really hot right now.
Yeah, so I don't get the Harley Quinn thing.
I guess, you know, to sell the movie to an audience that might not know what they are, just, hey, put Harley Quinn in it. It'll be fine.
So what do you think is a highly underrated DC character?
The Spectre.
Oh, dude, I have a Spectre number 10. It is beautiful. I freaking love that cover.
One thing DC's doing right now is the DC Black Label. You know, it's like for, you know, grown-up readers.
Do something Spectre?
I would love, they're not going to, at least maybe not, but that's one thing I wish they would do is do a Spectre, like, because he just flat out kills people. He's like, hey, you know, I saw what you did to that person back there. I'm just going to rip you in half. All right, problem solved. It's over. Or one thing I really want them to do would be, like they did Old Man Logan, which was a great story. It's a great movie. But I think they should do Old Man Shazam. when Billy Batson is really old, you know, he has a choice. He can stay Billy, you know, and die naturally as a human, or he can stay Shazam forever, you know, and risk going down a darker path like Black Adam. You know, so he's at the crossroads. He's right there. He could zig or zag. It's up to him. But
that's pretty interesting.
It's a really cool story.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
But the Spectre is probably the most underrated character, just because he doesn't get enough attention. In my
Meg, I do think he is cool. I do like that guy.
I love the Justice League Dark. They're pretty cool.
So I've heard a lot of people talking about it. No idea what it's about. Like Justice League people, but they're bad.
No, it's Justice League. They're dark. They handle the mystical stuff. You have right now it's Wonder Woman, John Constantine, Swamp Thing, Zatanna. They handle all the magic stuff that the regular Justice League,
like Spirits of Vengeance or something.
What's that?
like Spirits of Vengeance or something.
Yeah, if there's some bad guy raising a whole bunch of ghosts to terrorize people, Batman, Superman can't really handle that.
All right, dude, I'm showing you something.
So they call on John Constantine and company to take care of the mystical parts, magic.
He came out in Swamp Thing 37 or something.
I can't remember the issue off the top of my head, but yeah, his first appearance,
something like that.
Yeah.
So my local comic shop today, they had like this sidewalk sale, and it was 25 cents, and I got like a bunch of Batmans that I needed, and I could show you. I got like 421.
That's cool.
435.
Very cool.
I'm terrible. Year 3. This is just like 435, 437, 444.
That's a nice cover.
Yeah. 452. I'm
Awesome.
terrible. God.
That's all right.
453.
Awesome. That's a good cover. I like that cover.
This is my favorite cover. 474.
That is a nice one.
494.
494. Yep. With these got the gigantic bat ears.
They're like 2 feet
They're
tall.
like 2 feet long. Yeah.
Yeah. 500, where you find everywhere, and 502. But yeah,
nice.
quarters, man. But it's really cool to fill in your collection,
Is that what you're trying to do? You're trying to collect the Batman?
So I'm trying to pick up some
1,000?
Batman. Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, as an adult, I think the onus is upon me to educate myself in the realm of Batman, because I know very little about it. So all I can do is read.
True. Okay, let's thank you for showing that. I'm going to segue here into some news. Are you a big Star Wars fan at all?
I like the original ones, and I've seen the first, like the Phantom Menace. I've seen those. Yes, I'm a fan, mostly of the original 3.
Okay.
What, 4, 5, and 6?
Yeah, so this is like the rise of Skywalker. Apparently the Skywalker saga is coming to a close, but it's an interesting cast. They hired a Hobbit from Lord of the Rings to play this guy. I don't know how well you can see it, but I didn't catch his name, and I don't think they've said anything, but that's apparently a full costume reveal.
Wow. Mind's blown.
Yeah, I don't know if watch him just play some random rebel. That would be really funny. Something that has absolutely no really no impact on the story at all. But this one I definitely wanted to get your opinion on is the new costume design for Thor. Looks like he's gonna get an all black costume with some stars on it.
I wonder, is it because he's like King Thor now?
I guess. I don't know.
That'd be interesting. I mean, look, ultimately, I think that if the writing's good and the changes are justified, perhaps by a story, then why not? I mean, we're willing to believe all this other stuff, so let's just run with it.
Yeah. I mean, it don't matter. Here's a better picture of it.
So this leads me to believe that, like, I don't know, and I could be totally wrong, but like in Thor: God of Thunder, he like got the power of the Necro Sword, and I'm wondering if some of that power has still stayed with him, and that basically gives him the power to slay other gods. And so this looks pretty interesting. And it's almost like got a cosmic feel to it. So I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting too, is, maybe he's got some additional power they're not disclosing at this time, and that's
Yeah,
the reason.
it looks like he's got something else going on.
Yeah, but it looks like they got Donny Cates on the writing and Oliver. I don't even know who that is. Copiel.
Oh my God! If they've got Donny Cates, he's probably going to try to throw a symbiont in him. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. He's going to be like Venom now.
Yeah, a Venomized Thor, which has happened before. It's definitely happened before.
Oh my God!
But interesting costume change. Does it get your seal of approval? Do you like it? Do you dislike it?
I don't. I mean, I'm ambivalent. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure. Like I said, if the story's good, I'm willing to go with the digs.
Okay, yeah. But apparently there's a lot of costume changes. And they just released a Thor real quick. But
a lot of costume across the titles?
Yeah, across the, there might be one for Captain America coming up. There might be one for Vision coming up. But they just released Thor for some
That's
reason.
Interesting. Well, that's probably going to piss a lot of people off because it just usually does.
Yeah.
I mean,
my only complaints about Marvel right now is they're doing a whole lot of number ones. Number one.
Yeah, it's unsustainable. It's just not. I'm not necessarily a fan of their business model, and I think some things they do are a little absurd. But at the same time, like, I don't want to throw out the baby with the bathwater because there still are some good pieces of work being done.
Yeah. I mean, there's still some good stories, but
yes,
yeah, all those number ones all the time.
No, I feel you. I totally agree.
It's just, it's just so hard to keep up. There was another article here too. Yes. I think it was this one. Look at me be unprepared. Well, apparently this is a giant ad now. I don't know. Oh yeah, Dan Slott's coming to Iron Man. I don't know if you are in favor of that. Iron Man 2020.
I don't know. I mean, I like Iron Man. I'll read it. I'll give him a chance. Did you know that there was a Machine Man in 2020?
Yeah.
I just found an issue today. Didn't know about that. Yeah. But I would read, like, I would pick up the first issue for that.
It's a different costume, it looks like.
Yeah, but
it looks definitely more robotic, not as human.
True.
Yeah, looks like Pete Woods is doing some of the art, Dan Slott doing some of the writing.
Because Dan Slott's on Fantastic Four now.
Yes. Marvel announces prequel miniseries for Earth X trilogy. That's pretty cool. So you have a Jane Foster right there. Not sure who this is. Is this supposed to be like a beaten down Captain America?
I'm not sure.
Not sure either. But Marvel's X #1 comes out. Alex Ross is taking up the pen for that.
Oh, yeah, he did the whole Earth X and Planet X, Universe X, and to be fair, some of that art is just, perfect.
Relaunch of Star Wars. So Star Wars is getting a #1 for the first time forever. So his run will address some of the untold stories between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
Now that might be fun.
How did Luke go from being a miserable dude with his hand cut off to a black uniform badass showing up at Jabba's palace? That's a pretty cool cover. I like that one.
That is. No, I agree.
See, there's this thing down here I don't like, that Disney logo.
Yeah.
It's not for me, but that's pretty horrific.
That's funny.
Yeah, so we're getting some Star Wars finally. Some different Star Wars, but I can't believe they're starting over. Never saw that coming.
I got a lot of friends that follow Star Wars like crazy, and it's just like I I have the super nice remastered original trilogy, and like that to me is like coming home and like Christmas, my heart, and like I just can't identify with the other ones. I don't know. That's probably really ignorant and mean on my part, but yeah, I tried to watch some of them. I don't know. I've got a lot of friends that are really into it. That's a badass cover, and I also have the Lando #1.
Yeah, that is a pretty sweet cover. I might pick up issue 1 just to pick it up, but
Yeah.
yeah, I used to love Star Wars too, and I kind of fell off for a little while, and then big news that Disney was buying it, and was like, well, guess I'm not coming back. But not a big fan of some of the current movies coming out, although Rogue One was pretty cool. I did like that one. Yeah, they're making some tweaks to the DC timeline, which is pretty cool. That'll be pretty fun. Definitely looking forward to that. Are you going to get Disney Plus at all for any of the Marvel shows?
Well, no, probably not. Probably not, because probably the prices will be just not. I don't know.
I've thought about it, but I just haven't convinced myself that the content is there yet. Just like with the DC streaming service, they had some content light up. It just wasn't there yet.
If they would let me buy like per episode, then maybe.
Really?
Maybe.
So you'd be more in favor of purchase an episode?
Yes.
Versus like a monthly subscription or a yearly subscription?
Well, with DC, I think they need to let you have the option, because it's like, man, I'm not trying to commit to so much a year, even though I guess they'll probably do like a 30-day or a 2-week trial thing or something.
Sure.
You know what? I can't say I don't know yet, because I'll do the free trial.
I think that's what everyone's going to try and do. Some kind of free trial to...
yeah. I'll check it out.
To check out. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm going to do. I'm going to check out the content.
Yeah.
Fortunately, my daughter's a little too young yet for watching any Disney flicks, but when she gets older, definitely, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll say 5-minute warning for everyone in the chat if they have any questions for you.
It's been wild and crazy. Everybody's bringing the crowds out.
Yeah.
Wild and crazy Saturday night.
Yeah, I think we're competing with some top tier YouTube talent. I think that's a lot of the draw elsewhere. That and the weather's really amazing out right now, so a lot of people probably out having a good time outside like normal people.
Yeah. It is. It actually feels pretty nice outside. So.
Yeah, it's in the low 60s, upper 50s here tonight.
Very nice. Very nice.
I did just recently pick up a Death of Superman.
Oh, man.
Shazam number 33. I'm trying to complete that run. That's pretty cool. And I picked up the first full run of Lobo.
You did?
First 4 issues of Lobo. And then here, let's see if I can get all these out. I missed a couple of days at the comic book store, but I've got to go through all these. These are pretty cool.
I got that Joker.
Yeah, I picked that up today. They have Crisis on Infinite Earth, the $1.
Sweet.
Definitely looks cool.
That's just reprint, right?
That's the what?
It's a reprint, right?
Yeah, it's a reprint, but it's still cool. And then the Green Lantern number 12, deceased variant.
That's killer.
The Harley Quinn cover for deceased.
Yeah, I got that one.
I've really been liking that one. But yeah.
Oh, I found this today. Black Canary #1.
I have that one.
Yeah, and then I found #2.
Okay, yeah, I just have #1 because my daughter's name is Laurel, and so she shares the same name as one of the one of the Black Canaries, so that's kind of cool. So that's kind of why I picked it up. But
Yeah.
I've got to go through this whole stack of books here, bag and board and whatnot. Plus, I got to catalog these guys and put them away into the file cabinet.
Word.
Despair. This thing is it's pretty big.
Yeah, but it's cool, man.
The whole thing holds about a few thousand. Holds a few thousand.
That's cool.
I could pack in more if I just jam them in there.
I found a Captain Carrot #3.
Captain Carrot's always cool.
Yeah, but I did get the facsimile of the Batman.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I found this thing. I found like a Shadowhawk ash can.
Okay. That's really cool.
Yeah. And then here's a nice. This one's really lame, but it's like the wedding album.
That's still cool. That's still cool.
Do you ever do the demon stuff?
What do you mean? Oh, Etrigan the Demon. Or no, just Demon.
Yeah.
No, I don't have any of that, I don't think.
Found an Azrael 1.
That's cool. Azrael's cool.
Yeah.
He's in the Justice League Odyssey right now. So that's kind of neat.
Lobo Zero?
Lobo Zero. That was, I think, is the prequel to his #1 run.
And then there's this one Lobo Portrait of a Victim.
That's pretty cool.
It's hilarious.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I had fun today with that 25-cent bin because it's like, man, I got like basically a short box worth, but I spent $30.
Hey, so you spent a quarter and you got up to $30?
Yes.
That's quite the investment. That's awesome.
Well, yeah, I mean, I found so many Silver Surfers. I'm just excited.
That's awesome. A quarter bin. I don't think my local comic book shop has ever done a quarter bin. They've done a dollar bin.
This is like they only have it a few times a year, but they have like the sidewalk sale kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to get rid of a lot of inventory that is.
What is your local LCS? What's the name of it?
The Great Escape.
Great Escape.
The Great Escape in Nashville.
In Nashville, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the Great Escape, folks. If you're ever in town, Nashville, check out the Great Escape.
It's a cool place.
Yeah, it seems like a cool place. But that's my next adventure is starting a comic book store kind of episode thing. But I have another story for another day. But okay, so it's been a couple minutes here. So if you just want to shout out your social media one more time, where can we find you?
You can find me on YouTube at Lady Fantastic. You can find me on Instagram at CaroSyrup84, CARO_SYRUP84. We're having an auction on October 26th, 7 p.m. Central.
That's cool. I'll have to check it out.
I've got some DC. I've got DC.
Yeah, get a hold of. Would you say it's a giveaway or a contest or? What?
I have a 300 Road to 300 contest where if you go check out that video, it tells you what you got to do. You basically just got to name 5 different five comic characters you identify with and why. I'll put you in a drawing, and you have a chance to win a stack of 50 books.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Have you chatted at all with Metarog, YouTube?
Yes, Roger. Yes.
Yeah, Roger. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say he does like it kind of sums up all these contests for people. But
yeah,
cool.
He's
Definitely,
awesome.
Yeah, I had him on the show not too long ago.
He's so nice, and he actually won my other contest.
Very cool. You know, I enter contests all the time. Never won a single thing.
I haven't either, but I got gifted some buddies because there was a guy that won one and he was in Canada. Josh R Comics and Gaming, and he was
Yep.
kind enough to gift me his because he's in Canada, and so I won
Very
by
cool.
proxy.
One by hey, a win's a win. Doesn't matter.
There you go. I'll take the W.
That's too funny, but okay. Thanks for hanging out with us today.
Yeah.
We'll have to swing back around, give it some time and see how big your collection has grown. See if there's any additions you like to put on. But do you have any? I know you have contests. You said, but is there anything else on your channel that's coming up at all? Any cool videos that are in the works, or?
So actually, my friend Shortbox Padawan, she's coming over tonight, and Robert the G-Man, G-Spot. I don't know.
Okay.
He's really nice, but he's so funny. He actually asked if I wanted to be on his show tonight at midnight, and I said yes if I can stay up. So I want to try to stay up, and we're going to try to maybe like hang with them and stuff. So that, and I think Shorty wants to make a video and show some comic books for her auction, or for the auction that we're going to have. I think she's pretty excited about it. She
Very
like
cool.
wants to dress up and everything and do all this Halloween stuff. I'm like, dude.
That's cool. That's cool. As for me, I have the president of CBCS Grading coming on soon.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah, he's at a couple of conventions right now. I haven't quite hammered out the dates, but it's coming very soon. We just had the president of EGS Comics, their grading company. What's that?
Trombetta?
Yes, Trombetta, yeah.
He's cool. He's a nice
very
guy.
Cool. We'll possibly have PGX Comics on as well. Mr. Dan Patterson.
So I know PGX through cards.
Yeah. But he's coming on hopefully very soon as well. So
well, that's really cool, man, and good for you for like coordinating with these people and getting them to come out and just like talk to you. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, and possibly the have you ever used the CLZ app for comics?
Key Collector Comics or
no? It's literally an app called CLZ.
No.
Where if you get a new comic and you scan the barcode and it puts it into your database on your phone.
I need to do that.
Well, they recently just went to subscription-based service, so now it's a monthly fee. But I got lucky and got grandfathered in, so I'm good for life. But
so you're bragging.
President of CBC or president of CLZ hopefully will be on.
That's cool, man.
That's what I got going on.
Well, good for you, and like I wish you the best of luck, and I really appreciate you for inviting me on. I had a good time.
No problem. Like I said, we'll have to give it some time and then swing back around and double check on your collection.
All right, sweet, man. Best of luck to you and all the future interviews you've got coming up.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll catch up with you later.
All right, take care, man.
You bet. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.